Day 5 of building custom Beyblade X Stadium. Please note I posted this on the same day as day 4. Only difference is I forgot to post day 4 the day before. So this one's on time, the second one was not. Time 8:56 p.m. Date 7/5/2025. After much attempts, much attempts, I'm too tired for this right now. I managed to upgrade my whole entire design. So if we just go back to day 3, the first thing I did was I implemented small drawers that could hold bits, ratchets, and layers, along with can't even talk. Rip winder launchers and string launchers. Which was already a gigantic step in a direction that every other standee for Beyblade X has not yet taken, which I honestly believe that they should have, because it would be more professional for tournaments, which already makes my standee far more custom and far more unique than anything else that's already out there. And even after reinforcing it, I still felt like I could add a whole bunch of more features that I have not added before. So despite making that whole thing foldable and collapsible, so the entire bottom can actually literally just come apart and you could stow it away in your car for traveling. I had to take a completely different route for the top section because I realized that I would not be able to fold any of this once I started making it. So for the top section, I did something a little bit different while also trying to blend it in with the bottom and giving a unique feel and perspective. So for the middle, I added in a small brace. Not too advanced, not too complex. I could cut in these corners here, here, and here, and create, I guess you could say, let's see, this one's a single joint, so this would make it basically a penta-jointed durable design, which would also increase the number of triangles, strengthening its integrity even more, because the triangle is one of the strongest shapes in the actual geometric era of shape and design. They use it for construction 24/7. It's a very, very durable design, very difficult to break. However, I was a bit pressed for time at the moment, and I was already doing way too much simultaneously, so I skipped that part, and I worked on the top section instead, which I did complete. Just to give a perspective, because I did not show this in the last video, that is basically how high the Beyblade X Stadium sits. So when you launch your bays in, if one of them does fly up, this part is higher than the stadium, so it will decrease the chance of bays flying out. It won't stop it completely, but it will decrease those chances. To anybody who has played with Beyblades before, who has used them, you tend to realize pretty quickly that a flying Beyblade is not only a hazard to the bay itself, but also to other people. So you really got to try to find safeguards like this to limit that amount. And we have seen some nasty, devastating hits on Beyblades over the years, especially when they hit concrete. It is absolutely horrendous what it does to metal and the plastic. For the top section, I realized I couldn't just have a free-floating section, so I designed a unique bottom and hot glued it together. Not my best craftsman work, but I did the best I could. I trimmed out parts of the cardboard, and I inserted each piece together like a puzzle, and then I literally just glued it all on, and shockingly, it's actually a lot stronger than it looks. Only these very corners actually bend, and everything else here stays intact. Despite its bizarre and simplistic design, it actually does a pretty good job holding itself together. And there's only small millimeters of space in which these flaps will actually fit into the actual stand itself. Oh, whoops, wrong button. There we go. It also elevates the stadium just a little bit. However, that doesn't matter when you place it inside because it fits perfectly in there. So I created a unique standee stadium that can be used in two different ways. The first way is this way. So it's perfect for standing in tournaments. It's perfect for leaning over and launching. The second way is you take the whole top off, you sit it on the floor, slightly elevated. I like it, but I also hate it at the same time. But I'm not done yet, so I got time to fix out a whole lot of this. Maybe it's just because this part's flat right now and I didn't add anything to bulk it up. But I'm going to start doing that once I add the extra features I got. But it's nice now because you can actually take the whole top off and blade with it separately. I haven't seen any standees that actually double in that kind of function. For theirs, all you do is take the stadium out and then the standee doesn't do anything else. So it becomes kind of pointless at that point. It's just another item you stash away in your bedroom or your closet, and that's not really what I wanted to aim for. I wanted to aim for something that has multiple purposes, multiple uses. So even if you take this whole top off and you blade with it on the floor, you could still use these drawers as a storing unit to store stuff, which makes this far more useful in multiple ways than one. But I still got a whole bunch of features that I need to add on and get done. I'm going to start knocking out a whole bunch of that tomorrow. I also got a whole idea section I'm going to install on all four sides, starting with this one. But I do not have all the materials as of yet. I have close to the amount of materials I need. I'm just one item short, unfortunately, because I didn't consider doing this until literally just today. But that'll be for tomorrow, and I'll see how far I get with that. Sorry for all the dry videos on here. No intro, no outro. Cutting back on humor. I am absolutely exhausted as of late, and I just don't have time to make these any longer or any better. So this is the cheapest, most time efficient, most energy efficient way that I could go about doing this right now. And I know it's not going to get as many views. I know a lot of people aren't going to care. Many people are probably just going to overlook it. But I have a plan in mind, and once it's done, this will literally be better than anything else I've seen so far. So I'm staying true to my word. I've already added numerous features that not one of them has. And if I count all the numerous features, it's basically 3 right now. I got a 4th one planned right here, a 5th one I'm planning in this section, a 6th one I'm going to put maybe around here, and then probably a 7th right there. And all these features are just adding up one after another, making this thing more and more unique, and more versatile, and more useful than anything else I've seen so far. But I need to go find that missing resource I need. It's a certain color of paint. I thought I had it, and I did not. That's what I need to get my hands on. And I'm not going to say what, because it might be a hint or a spoiler, and I want this to be a genuine surprise. Overall, though, I'd say it's coming along pretty well so far.